What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing out there? And before we get started with today's content, I must do what I always do anytime you see me on your screen. And that is thank you guys for the likes, comments, shares, and most importantly, those subscriptions. So whether you be a day one fan or someone who just locked in with the channel today, man, I greatly appreciate it. So let's get right off into it, man. Shout out to RBE for putting on the Mask-On event this weekend, with the co-main event being Math Hoffa versus Chubby Jag. Before we get started, we got to salute ARP and everything they got going on at REB Entertainment, man. During the pandemic, still able to provide us with great battles, good content, keeping the battle rap community engaged, and giving us something to talk about. My personal battle for favorites during the quarantine was Chef Trez versus Blue Cocaine. But let's get right off into these rounds, though. Math Hoffa, legend, someone, if you follow battle rap, he is a pillar in battle rap for everything he's done inside and outside the ring. Then you have Chubby Jag, pretty much an unknown artist. All I really know about him personally coming into this is that he used to roll with Cassidy, so I knew it was about to be Cassidy flips. But let's get right off into it. So Math Hoffa wastes no time with the Cassidy flips. Jagged, I'm gonna let you know right now, you're in battle rap now. Everything you have used, been accused of, inside and out, will be talked about, will be used against you. So you associated with Cassidy, expect Cassidy bars. So Math Hoffa goes, you seen the way we butch Cassidy. Why you want to make the Sundance Kid? Again, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Also addressing the fact how the battle rap community, specifically battle rappers, treated Cassidy. He got 2-1 by Goods, got 30 by Arsenal. It was looking bad for your boy, Jagger. I'm not going to lie to you. Math says, 2020 been more than mean, but I guess that's a normal thing. Come back outside Chubby after a quarantine. I like that. Really addressing the fact that, you know, amidst the quarantine, everybody eating good, big plates on social media. I appreciate that. But you can't come out looking like that's all you did. You got to make sure that you physically fit. You don't want to come out with extra right and an extra left on each side of you. So health is wealth, people. Math goes, ARP, just because I took this don't mean I took that. Really acknowledging the angle that he knows Chubby Jag is going to use. It's out there. Everyone knows about the sexual allegations against Math Hoffa currently by Kiki. This was something that he tried to address. Being a veteran, he knew this was going to come up, so you got to go after it first. But I think he was a little bit too light on the subject. Personally, because I think maybe because his lawyers advised what he could and could not talk about. But this was key, and this is something that's definitely going to play a part in this battle as we get into the later rounds. But let's get right back to the first. He said, every punch, trident in your grill turned Jag into a Maserati. Okay, let's break that down. So if you've never seen the Maserati symbol is a three trident fork. And if he punches Jag, he'll put a dent in his grill. Again, the Maserati logo is in the grill. Turn Jag into a Maserati. Double entendres. Trident in your grill. I like it. I really like the way that Math presented this first round, man. He said you can't really expect a yes man to know better, which is a double entendre. Let me explain that. So what he's saying is, Chubby Jag, I heard that you okayed these rounds from Cassidy. They were trash, so I know you don't know better, as in knowledge. You don't know about the bars, but you a yes man, so you ain't gonna tell him no. Whatever he says is great, you're gonna agree with it, whether you like it or not. Double entendres, gotta love that. Then he has a big cat scheme. He said, this ain't your lane, Tiger. You in denial facts. Now I gotta bring Jaguar for lion like he a wildcat. I like the Animal Planet bars, man. You know, you got Tiger, Jaguar, Lion. I like that. Very, very solid round, very put together round. If this was a boxing match, it was a lot of jabs in there. No real haymakers, but a lot of jabs. So it's on Jag in the first. What we got? He says, I've seen a lot of animals get grilled, but I ain't never seen a nigga cook Jag. Hey, that's true. That's very true. You know, I watch a lot of Animal Planet. I ain't never seen it. He said he was happy to wear a mask during the virus because he never wore one before that. Alluding to the fact that, Math, you ain't no killer. You ain't never put the hoodie on. You ain't never put the Scully on when you about to go, do some dirt. He said, then Jag has a scheme basically saying how everyone in his circle getting paid. The dog get paid. His mama get paid. The grandma get paid. He said, I never worked. My life is a sick day. That's crazy. I wish I could say I never worked. But, in due time. In due time. It's funny how niggas go to jail when the dogs speak, but I mean, look who's talking. I like this. Really creating the angle that, Math, because you started the My Expert Opinion and you're doing all these interviews, are you, people starting to go to jail around you? What's going on? Do we need to talk about that? Okay, no comment. Cool. He said, then he has a math scheme that I thought was real solid. He says, you trying to divide, I'm trying to multiply. Your math bad. I can tell right now you was the worst in your math class. Adding me was the only going to subtract you. That's why your math trash. I can tell you a square and your performance pie. So again, I like the ability to speed up and slow down his cadence at his leisure. I will say this. You could definitely tell after Math rapped in that first round that everyone was there and was anticipating what Jag would bring. And it was heavy on the gas. But I will say this. Jag had great stage presence. He was barking on Math. If you gonna battle Math Hoffa, he was doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You gotta punch the bully in the mouth. You gotta stand up and look the bully in the eye. And that's what Jag was willing to do. However, I still got it Math 1-0 going into the second. So, speaking of gas, Math addresses this to start the first round. He says, if Jag get edged around, it's because fans on JD, they so deaf. Are y'all on JD? Never mind. I love that though. You gotta love the 2000s, man. Jagged Edge, JD, so deaf. Crazy run they had. Then his angle for the second round that Math Hoffa takes is, we only know you from recording with Cassidy, which is true because I got nothing else. If it wasn't for Cassidy, I don't know if he's even in this position right now. So Math then in turns, he kind of lays out his resume. He said, I got 10 years in, wins and losses, double crosses, scrapes and beefs, Vlad interviews, exit, movies for breakfast, drink champs for Mad TV, movies before my hair was off, Khaled shit jumping off. All I gotta do is double tap on an app and present on a flat TV. Laid all out. Everything reads, attack me, please. Again, you got 10 years in the game, 10 years under this spotlight in front of the battle rap community. You're going to have your aches and your pains, and you're going to have a lot of dirt to be talked bad about you. So, and that's all that he was saying, but I liked it, though. Show him that you a vet. Show him that you've been around. You spent the block a few times, man. He said he had a Titanic scheme, which was crazy. And then he ends it with, you doing jack shit led to you doing jack shit with your talent, B. Because, Jack was in Titanic. He was one of the main characters. I still don't understand why he couldn't get on top of the headboard and make it out the movie. I still don't understand that. But whatever, Rose. Selfish. You ask me, you're selfish. But I liked it. I really did like it. He says, I've been through every plasma since the first dose. When Smack gave me iron, alluding to Smack gave him Iron Solomon. He been here for a while. Again, cementing his legacy is what he's trying to tell you. He says Tupac in a Red Wing jersey. I'm a mean spitter, which is a legendary moment in hip hop history with Tupac all with the Detroit Red Wing jersey on and a hoodie spitting out the car as it drives by. It's on Jag in a second though. Solid round for Math. It's on Jag in a second. What you got? He says, I'm a real blood, no bluffing. I'm a real blood. All I got is relatives, no cousins. Alluding to the fact that he a real gangster. This is what he does every day. This is not for show. He is really about what he says he is. He says, I'm a GOAT. Anywhere I go, I'm a win. I'm Brian. I like that bar because guess what? I'm a Brian fan. He won in Cleveland. Took us a while, but he won in Cleveland. He won in Miami. Now we trying to win in LA. Come on, Anthony Davis. We can do this. He then says, I'm speaking for now. He's speaking for the past. I'm speaking for the school. He's speaking for the class. It's principal math. That was crazy. Jag, that was crazy. Hey, Chubby Jag had bars in his rounds. Let's not get it. He sounded like a battle rapper. Let's not get it confused. Let's not try to mix words. He sounded like a battle rapper in this battle. He did a very good job of presenting himself. Did he look like a little slim Suge? Like a skinnier version of Suge? But they body still, you know what I'm saying? They losing weight. So things is, you know, shout out to them. But did y'all see that? And then I ain't gonna lie, he had on white socks with the black floral foam posits, had me distracted the whole time. That was nasty. Shout out to Jim. That was nasty. Don't do that again. Let's see what we got. Last bar I got for Jag in a second. The cherry on top, math. I want to take the cake and bury you alive. You still moving in the bag like Jake the Snake, because again, Jake the Snake had the big python. He had various pythons that he would keep in the bag, and all you would see was the bag moving. So I'll be honest with you, this second is definitely a debatable round. Jag was punching, man. He was punching. But again, the gas definitely made it appear that he was really going to work on math. But when you look at these bars and the angle that math takes, it's elegantly put together, man. It's very elegantly put together. And I'm not gonna lie, I gave the slight edge to math. But if you pick Jag in the second, man, I'm not mad. But let's get off into this third round real quick. It's on math. How you gonna close this one out? He says, you wonder why in LA they call the police one time? Because when niggas like him in interrogation, the D's ain't gotta ask him twice. That is fine. Okay, I like that. I like that angle. You low-key called him a snitch without calling him a snitch. The DEA, I know that's what he's referring to when he's talking about the D's never ask him twice. Just saying, I like that. This thing ain't about color flag, stupid. It's about black and white. I bang for the color I was born with. Man, we got to come together. No Bloods, no Crips. This is really, as a race, we need to come together. I don't know what's stifling that. It's probably them two colors. So if we can separate them colors, bring each other together, and really fix what's going on in the world, not even America. So then you have, I don't go for manly threats. Stand up here and act like you can't be pressed. I will smack 5 and we can take it back like Jazzy Jeff. That was crazy because you remember when he used to smack 5 with Fresh Prince? Psh, that was crazy. Smack 5 because he a blood too? I see what you did there, sir. I see what you did there, sir. He said you worrying about the wrong Brooklyn dude. And that's confusing too. How 6ix9ine walking around making a fool of you? That's true too because I do not understand why all these game bangers, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you do, I get it. You know what I'm saying? More power to you. However, when you have somebody that is mocking you on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, y'all ain't gonna do nothing? I see him walking around in New York. I see him walking around in Chicago. He must have the best security in the world. Obviously. Obviously has the best security in the world. He says, your history is a mystery, dog. You're Scooby-Doo. I like that punch. I really do like that punch. Your history is a mystery. He's saying, Chubby, we don't know what do you do? Who are you? Where did you come from? I put a lot of young boys in the box, got on my cougar groove. Who ain't never want to, if you was a young bull, who ain't never want a cougar, man? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Knock the dust off a little bit. He said, last bar I got for math in the third. He says, what you gonna tell me about a legacy when you standing in front of me is the biggest attention you'll ever see? Math. 3 solid rounds, sir. Salute to you. Delivery, cadence, even a little wordplay. I'm not mad at it, though. I'm not mad at it. Double entendres. You had a solid round. So here's the thing. The third round for Chubby Jag was specifically addressing math and the sexual assault allegations. I personally, that's not my lane. I'm not gonna talk on another woman's claims because I wasn't there. But I will tell you this: it was personal. It was aggressive. Some of the claims he was making, talking about it wasn't a smoothie that she was drinking, that Math Hoffa slipped her some E. I mean, the allegations was crazy, and it was so crazy that even on camera, it appeared that when Chubby Jag brought that up, Math Hoffa kind of walked off stage. Now, he didn't walk off stage, but he was definitely pacing. But he walked out of camera view for sure. And the only reason I know he didn't walk off stage because someone sent me a wider angle at the battle. And so you can see clearly that Math Hoffa was still around, but he was pacing back and forth. Honestly, that's why I can't be no battler, because they will take any and every angle. There is no line in battle rap at this point. I don't believe there's a line in battle rap at this point. However, I will say, Math Hoffa, as I stated earlier, I feel like you are a ambassador to battle rap. You have to be able to compose yourself better. You went on My Expert Opinion and said that Mike P should have prepared more and he should have got himself in the right mindset to be able to intake what was going to be thrown at him from Ryder. You should have done the same thing with Chubby Jag, because you knew he was a mainstream rapper. If that's the case, he's coming to battle rap. He's going to take the biggest angle, and he's going to make that hurt. And obviously it did. So although you lost your composure, you did not throw a punch, which I don't know. Again, it's certain things I could stand in front of. That is not one. I personally have a daughter. I'm praying for you, Math Hoffa, with those allegations. But what do y'all think? I think Jag did very well, honestly. I know everyone's saying, you know what I'm saying, every time a new mainstream artist comes out, they say they did better than the last. But I honestly think he would beat everyone that's come back from mainstream that's in battle rap right now. He called out Arsenal. He called out Suge, man. I definitely think this is a battle that Suge should really consider, given the fact that Suge's been kind of on a downward spiral of sorts. So I think this could be a good bounce back battle for him. And for Jag, I definitely want to see more of him, but I want to see what he can do without such a haymaker of an angle. So this is the bar for bar breakdown. Y'all let me know who won. Y'all let me know who y'all want to see back on stage. If it's Math, I know Math called out Loaded Lux. Sir, if you about to stand in front of Lux, you gotta be able to take a third round like that, sir. And again, Jag called out Shotgun Suge. But this is Temperature Check. I am Mr. Check the Temperature, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And like always, we just getting started.